Hello, hello, hello. Minister Ginger's here with you tonight. It's Wednesday. I know you guys missed me. Did you miss me? Um, excuse me, just one second. Excuse me. There we go. Last week it was my birthday, and so last Wednesday I had mommy duties, and so and I thought I would have been back in time to come present on last Wednesday, but I didn't. I wasn't able to, so I do apologize. But I'm here now. So how y'all doing? Like, how you doing? So of course it's still September, the best month in the 12 months, September, and um and so I wanted to come tonight to hi, Sister C. Wright. And so I'm coming to you tonight tonight, which is of course it's September, as I said before, excuse me. And it's National Self-Care Awareness Month. It's National Self-Care Awareness Month. We know we always need some type of self-care. And so tonight I'm going to be presenting that and I have a few little tips on self-care. And so I researched, and so I'm bringing it on to you tonight. And so we emphasize the importance of self care. Like I just said, um, it's important to have self care, so you can be right, like you're being mentally right, so you don't crash or whatnot. So it's very important for self care, and which practices for maintaining. It says to emphasize the importance of self care is practices for maintaining physical and mental health. Physical and mental health, because this month is also suicide prevention month, which falls in September as well. So it's very important for self care. Every individual to have self care. It is globally recognized in the month of September. In many places in the world, they recognize it as a day. Like here it's actually a self care day, which is falls on National Self Care Day. Excuse me, falls on April 5th here nationally in the United States, and so and in different areas in the world, they recognize it sometimes in the week or a day, like we do, or a month. I think we're the only continent that recognizes it for a month and also a day. I know I did read that in the UK they recognize it for a whole week, which I want to say is November 13th through the 17th. I'm not for certain, but I know they recognize it in the UK for a whole week. And what is self care? What is self care? I know you're asking that. And so, Minister Ginger, I'm going to come to you and tell you a few things. Self care, the definition with self care says self care involves taking deliberate actions to maintain your well being, encompassing, physical, mental, and emotional, and physical and emotional deals. These can be small daily habits or larger practices designated to manage stress. Manage stress. Um, to boost your energy and improve overall health. And so this year, for the theme for self care, the theme is self care for all empowered individuals, families, and communities for universal. I can't pronounce that word. Universal health coverage. Self care means giving people the chance to look after their own health in the ways that are safe, simple, and close to home. And so I have 7 pillars that I researched. It said you have 7 pillars um, for self health care. One is mental, 2 is emotional, 3 is physical. 4 is environmental. 5 is spiritual. 6 is recreational. 7 is social. And so these 7 pillars represent different areas of your life that requires attention of overall of your life. Well-being is such as engaging your mind and nurturing relationships with others, and even with yourself first, and others follow after. Relationships, maintaining your physical health, and finding joy in your leisure time, when you have free time. What do you find joy in? Like, it could be knitting, it could be watching your shows, or it could be walking. A balanced approach is to self-care involves attending to all 7 pillars to paint and complete a picture of your health and well-being. So they also had, like, they broke it down as far as what you can do in those 7 pillars for your self-care. So with the mental self-care, it involves activities, as I said, like mental, like you can read a book, go walking, maybe go to a movie or so. That can bring joy to your self-care habits or whatnot. Oh, there we go. Sorry, got disconnected. And activities that stimulate your mind, like learning new things and reading. Look, I said that, reading right. And problem solving, or pursuing something that you, like I said, it brings you joy. It brings your life, it wakens your spirit up. It wakens you up, brings you joy and peace. Number 2, emotional self-care focuses on understanding and nurturing your feelings and practicing self-compassion, expressing your needs, and engaging in activities that allow emotional expression. For what I'm reading and what I research, it seems like these 7 pillars are just all one in one. Self-care, you're one person, self in one, because it's basically saying, like, what brings you joy, brings you happiness and peace. Number 3 is physical self-care. Physical self-care entails taking care of your body through healthy eating, regular exercise, good sleep hygiene, and maintaining personal hygiene. Like, some people like going to the spa or going to the gym, and that can bring them some type of self-care enjoyment. Or going for a pedicure, for a manicure, going to the nail salon for a day, or even getting your hair done. That's self-care. So that's a physical. That's what falls under the physical. But exercise does bring you joy. I can say that it does bring you joy. But sticking with it is another thing. So that means you're not you're not taking care of yourself if you're not sticking with it. And I'm guilty of that. But I need to get back into the gym. It's been weeks now. Because of my knee. But anywho, number 4, environmental self-care. What is environmental self-care? It deals with your surroundings, such as keeping your living space tidy, creating a calming atmosphere, or spending time in nature. That's going for a walk, going to the park, listen to the birds chirp and sing. And I know in the mornings when I wake up, I haven't heard it in quite some time. It must be seasonal, because when I wake up in the morning, I used to hear this certain bird. It will sing and it's like doo doo, and it's just like really soothing to me. And it's always at the same time. And like I said, it may be seasonal, because I haven't heard it in the summer, or hopefully it's nothing wrong with that bird, but I usually hear it around fall and winter time. So maybe it is seasonal. It may be seasonal, and so I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard the bird, but self. It is very self nurturing or whatnot, and so that could be a part of your self care, environmental self care, and uh, number 5 is spiritual self care. It involves connecting with your values and purpose, which can include practices like meditation, gratitude, or engaging in activities that give you a sense of meaning. So, what does that mean? Like reading, reading. I'm sorry, guys. Switch places. Spots. Um, what does that mean? Spiritual self care. You can read your Bible. Um, you can listen to gospel music if that is bringing you joy or whatnot. Um, and meditating, praying, even you can pray. Hi, Sister Rickenbacker, and you can even do that and engage, or even call someone and you guys can pray together. That's bringing you joy. That's self care. Um, yes, it's very relaxing. And number 6 is recreational self care. Focuses on activities that you enjoy and find fun, helping you relax, distress, and extreme experience joy. Recreational um, bike riding. That could be that could be that could be one, and that could be one thing. Recreational and sorry guys, just 1 second. Right here. Technical difficulties. Mom. Sorry. Start over. Number 6, recreational self-care. Focuses on activities that you enjoy and find fun, helping you relax, distress, and experience joy. Again, that could be riding a bike, working out. Again, that comes with exercises. I feel like all these pillars are one, because again, you can walk in the nature, like Sister Rickenbacker said, and even sitting in the park or walking on the beach if you live by a nearby beach, and just this brings you joy. Sometimes with me, I like going grocery shopping. I don't know why. It brings me peace. And I know maybe that's part of my self-care. Again, that's my mental self-care. And to me, if you have like, maybe sometimes people have long showers, like that will bring, like, you're washing away all of the cares, everything that happened that day, whatever you went through or whatnot. That's, to me, that's another mental or emotional or whatnot, and you could just relax, and you can meditate. That comes with what, spiritual, and just release everything. Even pray. You can pray any and everywhere, but again, all these self-care, this emotional, mental, are all in one. But mine is just, sometimes it's the grocery store, or even get my feet done, just me time, or even sitting in the car and just depress, as they say, depress, just release everything. And lastly, number 7 is social self-care, which they say is centers on nurturing the meaningful connections with others, building supportive relationships, and setting boundaries to maintain a balanced social life. Like setting boundaries with people, or whatnot. Setting boundaries with people, so it won't put too much on you, so you won't be so stressed or whatnot. It won't have you be so oh, excuse me, you guys. It won't have you so stressed out or whatnot, and then you can be mentally, your mind can be clear or whatnot. And so, I'm sorry. And so that was the 7 pillars, um, which is one, mental self care, emotional, physical, environmental, spiritual, and recreational, and social self care. And I have a few quotes. I have quite a few quotes that I want to share tonight. On some are people from fame. Well, they're most. Some of the quotes are mostly self care quotes that have been recognized, and some of them are from um, famous authors or actors or actresses or whatnot. And I'm going to read a few to you. And this quote is from by Audre Lorde. Caring for myself is not self-indulgence. It is self-preservation that encapsulates this idea perfectly, while others highlight the importance of self-love as the beginning of a happy life. This was a quote by Audre Lorde. And I have a few more. And I love them. Actually, I may just read them all if you don't mind, and they might awaken something up in you. And so you may use this every day and read it, say that to yourself each day for your self care, for your mental self care. It is not selfish to love yourself. Take care of yourself and to make your happiness a priority. Priority. It is necessary. And this was quoted by Mandy Hale. And have another. I'm going to keep reading. This is another one. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, entire world, entire everywhere, deserves your love and affection. This was by Jack Kornfield. I think that's an author. Another one says, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Lifelong romance. This was Oscar Wilde. How you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. Rupi Kaur. And this one is these quotes fall under prioritizing rest and boundaries. And it's almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Quoted by Anne Lamott. And then another one says, rest and self-care are so important. You can pour from an empty cup. It was an unknown author. It says, yes, I'm sorry. I'm reading your comments, Sister Rickenbacker. You said hearing rain or waterways helps me to sleep. Yes, it helps blessing too. And Halima. But sometimes it does with me too. And so you're right. And actually we're having a storm right now as we speak. And so maybe it soothes everything out and whatnot. Maybe with me, I can go to sleep good tonight. Because last night it was raining really hard too. Another quote says, "Love yourself enough to set boundaries. Your time and energy are precious." So that falls under the boundaries. Boundaries is under this last pillar, which was social self care. And so these quotes are embracing your true self. It says, be bold, be brave enough to be your true self. Queen Latifah, by Queen Latifah, she quoted that. Be bold, be brave enough to be your true self. And I'm going to read that Audre Lorde quote again, which was, caring for myself is not self-indulgence. It is self-preservation. Audre Lorde. And this is another one, it's all about finding the calm in the chaos. You have to find your calm in the storm. And stop everything. You just have to find the calm in the storm. I like that one. That one was by Donna Karan. And lastly, I have a couple more, which are the last ones. Long-term perspective. These are quotes from a long-term perspective. True self-care is not a bath salts and a chocolate cake. It's making the choice to build a life you don't need to escape from. Brianna Wiest. Excuse me. Self-care is how you take your power back. It's an unknown author, but I like that one. Self-care is how you take care of your power back. Don't let anyone control have power over you. You have to take your power back because you want your own peace. You want everything to be a joy. You want your peace within. Because if you don't have it within, you can't show it on the outside, right? But those are the quotes that I wanted to share with you tonight. And you know what I don't have, and this is the actual first time awareness that I may have to look further, but this awareness does not have a ribbon. You know, Minister Ginger always come with a ribbon, like this color ribbon represents this, but I might have to look further, but it didn't have a ribbon. But I wanted tonight to present to you Self-Care Awareness Month, which falls in the month of September. And remember, Self-Care Awareness Day in the United States is April 5th. So we missed that, but this month we can celebrate self-care. And don't let just September be self-care for yourself. Let it keep going. Self-care should be every day for you, or set maybe once a week or twice a week. And or every 2 weeks or whatnot. Take a walk, meditate. Like Sister Rickenbacker said, listen to Rain or Waterways on YouTube. They have recordings for that, and play it while you're sleeping so you can compress, excuse me, and let it all out. But we have to have peace. We have to have our mental right so we can live long, till the good Lord calls us. But this is Minister Jen. I hope I informed you about self-care awareness, and I hope you continue to take care of yourself. And if you haven't, start doing it now. And I know I'm due soon for a pedicure, so that will be my self-care in another week or two. I just had it because it was my birthday, but it's so relaxing when you get that done. So again, this Minister Ginger, I'm signing off, and I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.